What is up, guys? I'm back yet again with another one. Today, I'll be sharing my live recorded mentorship session with one of my students. In this session, my student is analyzing the market with my guidance. If you like what you see, you can find my contact details in the description of this video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Okay, that's good. Let's start.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Awesome. All right. So let's just talk about the trade I'm currently in, which is at $1 right now because it did a pullback. But I'm not too worried about it yet. So can you see my screen still?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so let me minimize this. All right, so I'm looking at the chart from the daily, and let me just say that I see that we're in a downtrend. So because we're in a downtrend, we're mostly looking for sells. Based on the fact that it's been a downtrend and it's been trending down from about March. It's been in that strong downtrend. So, you know, as you would normally say, who are we to tell the market what to do? You know, we just have to just go with whatever the market is giving us. So though we're in a downtrend, I realized that it reached a level right here that it bounced from, because with the downtrend, you're normally creating higher highs, higher lows. So lower lows and lower highs. So this is a lower high. This is a lower high. Right? This lower low. And this is a lower low as well. However, when price created this lower high, it came back here. However, it did not break this lower low. So this now becomes a point of interest, right? And then we're looking at the higher time frame. This is the most recent high that was created, and price is currently at that high. Now, you don't look for a buy bias until price would break this level and then create a low here to continue to push up. That's when we start.
So just hold on. Just hold on there. Okay. So I mean, you are currently in a sell position, right?
Yes.
Okay. So look, I have no problem with your sell position because you've stuck to the market structure principles, right?
Right.
However, it's smart. So you use this as your key point of interest, correct?
Yes.
Right?
Right.
So now that's good in the sense that yes, you can find some sell positions. Now the game is we have to go to the lower time frames, right?
Yeah.
And then we see how we can enter, which is fine.
Right.
But I also need to understand, just because of what you've already seen, us failing to break this low, and also just this daily candle, look, right? You need to be careful.
Right.
You see, that's one thing. And also another thing is, if this was happening towards the daily candle about to close, and let's say this is like midnight or 1 a.m. or whatever, and we're expecting a new candle, then we could be more confident, because we know usually with that new candle, we could go down.
Right.
But can you see, we still have time till that new candle forms. So there is, you get like I'm saying, right now you're in profits, which is good. That's what trading is all about, you know. But for me, a key point of interest, you are, so yeah, beautiful, right? So you see your account, you're actually growing your account in a good way. They're good. So now look at it this way. Yes, this is a selling key point of interest, but you need to understand what is likely to happen. All right. You don't, for me, I wouldn't want to hold this for so long, assuming that the market is going to come here. No.
Definitely not.
Okay?
I'm not thinking that it will.
You see, but your key point of interest that makes sense right now, right, is this. Can you see this selling order block here?
Right.
What's nice about this selling order block is it's got this long release. That's one thing. And then there's also a line of sensitivity here. Can you please draw a horizontal line, try and incorporate the wicks and also here. Maybe use your line graph if you're not too sure. Let me undo this. See what? Two concepts, right? Okay, draw your horizontal line more, make it fit in together properly.
Like that?
Exactly. Now stretch it to the left here because there's also a sensitivity right here. This is the daily chart. So you need to, don't stretch this line to the left. You don't overlook anything. Okay, right. You see, this is actually a day's work. Can you see that over here, right? Price got here on one day, tried to go up and it bounced off. It's for a reason.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Just here, this is 3 days, price was trying to get above and then it finally went above, right? Came back here, it bounced off. Came back here, it bounced off. Came back here, all these days. Now we're on our way back there, you see? And also what's also there is this H4, this daily selling order block. You see now how these things work. So now when price comes somewhere in here, you try get that sell position and then, you know, we can look for that downside momentum. So I like what you've done right now. I mean, obviously you're going to look for, what's this called? To not hold this trade for such a long time.
No, because
Correct.
I was just basing it off of your scalping strategy that you shared yesterday. So everything that you mentioned, I was with 100%. I'm actually looking at it that way 100%. But I was talking about the trade that I'm in currently.
Okay. Look, Dwayne, someone is, okay, I think there's someone who's trying to join the Zoom.
Yeah, man, I added them.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks. Okay. Right. So cool. So now tell me can you just scale down to the lower time frame? Show me the entry confirmation you used to enter what you entered now.
Sure.
This trade is a short term. I hope guys are listening. While are you watching?
Yes, for sure. I try to understand his point of view because he said he is sure for 100%. So in trading, usually we are sure in 80%, 90. So I need to know how to get sure 100.
You want to understand the 100. Cool. So yeah, Dwayne, please go to the lower time frames. What did you use to enter them?
All right. So I went to as I said before, this is not my overall view of the market. This is just a quick scalp I'm looking at. Right. Okay, so what I realized is that there was a strong bullish move up to the upside, right? Mm-hmm. And then I used this order block right here as an area of interest, right? Because after a push, there's normally a pullback before the market pushes again. So as I said, I was only looking for a quick scalp just to test out, because just testing out your strategy that you shared yesterday. That's what I was doing. So I saw this order block, and then I went down to the 1 hour. Right, where I look for the imbalances. So I saw an imbalance in this section right here on the 1 hour, right here. And then I went down to the 30-minute to look for any other imbalance.
Wow, man, I'm so happy. Yo, you listen. I like it when this is beautiful, bro. Whoa.
So I looked at for any other imbalance right here. There was one right here at this point.
Nice.
So I pretty much just went back to the 1 hour and just waited for price to get to any one of those lines, which it did. So it tapped the first line. And once it tapped the first line and I saw this strong momentum candle, bearish candle right there, that's when I started to look for my entries. Nice. So what I did is I went down to the 5-minute. I like the 5-minute because what it does, it does give me other early confirmation on signs, right?
Yes.
So I went down to the 5-minute and I realized that structure is changing in this area. Yes. So I realized that price came up here, created a level, came down, came back, and then broke back down into this level right here.
Nice. Yeah.
Once I saw that it broke this lower high, and then it did some wicks in this area.
Yeah, you saw.
That's where I decided to take an entry. So I took an entry right on this wick right here. And I'm really hoping to sell it like down to right here. Be my first thought. This area right here, which price could bounce back from, or if it breaks that right there convincingly, I'm hoping to take it all the way down to here.
Brilliant. So now, just while you're there, go scroll up again. So I want to show you something. You see over here when that line was tapped and you saw this bearish engulfing candle,
right?
That would have been entry.
Yes.
Because you see now, the thing is when you enter, it's not done there and then. You enter and you what's this called? You watch closely. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you enter here, quick. Then you're watching. As the price is going into profits, you can even choose, do I want break even or whatever? But look, especially after a rejection like this on an imbalance, it's usually a powerful signal, right?
Right.
Okay. Also, another thing is, I want you to if possible, right? I want you to then do the other things as well I've taught you. The second leg concept. You can use this as a first leg because you can see this candle was quite impulsive. And then now we're getting a second leg at the imbalance, right? You enter. You understand? Maybe you're not seeing that you can draw a trend line here. And you say to yourself, when the trend line breaks after it has touched the imbalance, I'm in. Can you please go to volatility 75? I want to show you how I entered that trade right now.
Sure.
You see, I had called that setup because, nice. Your thing is in nice profits there. Beautiful. Okay, so this is VIX 75, right? Of which it's now dropping, but anyways. But look, go to the H4.
Sorry.
No. Oh, yeah.
H4.
Yes.
Sorry. H4.
Right. So this is what I saw. I saw that, look, the market is basically going up. I saw this, right? Then I said, but with this price action over here, it's not going to just quickly go down like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not going to, because if it's going to go down, it's going to maybe mitigate more of this selling order block. Are you guys there?
Yeah,
understanding what I'm
saying? Understand.
So with that, I said to myself, let me go to the H1. Please go to the H1. I want to show you how I came to that setup, and I called it a scalp for a reason, okay? H1, and then I saw this on the H1. I saw this right here. Can you see? Right, so draw this H1 order block. Brilliant, right? When I saw that H1 order block, I said to myself, if price comes here, I want to buy, but I want to buy at an imbalance. So can you please draw the imbalance right now before you scale down the imbalance that you see in the H1 order block? Inside the order block, the imbalance is inside.
Okay, all right.
I want to show you. Can you see price bounced exactly there?
Yeah.
But wait, now go to the M15. Let's look for more imbalances. So this was the setup. This is why I called it a scalp, because I said, with this, you can eat. This is a lot of money. So can you see on the M15, this is the imbalance that's there. That's the only imbalance there. Can you see it?
Yep.
So now, price comes back, all right? We have a reaction like this at the imbalance, and we see. If you guys are scared, go to the M5. I'm going to show you something that actually works as well, works wonders, okay? All right? So remember, you just want a reaction from an imbalance that's convincing, and then you jump in, okay? But you can add.
Hello? Hello?
Kudzi lost his connection, I think.
Seems so.
How time have you been?
Hey, you're back with us?
Yes, I'm back. All right.
Okay.
So can you see? So this is the imbalance, right? That line. Are we agreeing? What you can do, right, is if you're scared, draw a trend line on the M5. Okay. Draw a trend line on the M5. And you want to wait for that trend line to be broken. So can you please draw? Right. Can you see that once you draw here, you enter once we have that break, and your take profit is here. Remember, I said this is a scalping tool if you want to use it for scalp. You jump out there, but you can make a lot of money. That's all you need. That movement alone in one trade, you're good to go. Now, all of this, you don't have to suffer all of this. You jump out. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what you've just done is you're understanding how these imbalances work, right? In your key point of interest. So you have many avenues, man. This is the first leg over here. Can you see? This is the first leg.
First leg.
According to our key point of interest, first leg, we come back, we touch the imbalance. We get a reaction like this, you enter. We get another trend line break, you enter. Big money. Okay, all right, cool. So now let's just analyze. Can you please go analyze? Just hold on. Volatility 10, 1, no. Volatility 25, 1S. Let's see. Or even 25, just 25, sorry.
That's the one I'm currently in.
Oh, yes, okay. Go to the H4. Okay, right, so you see, honestly speaking, what you just need to do, okay, can you play with your chart so that I can see the bottom part? Yeah, brilliant. And maybe you can just remove your drawings. Right. So what I want you guys to get in the habit of is when you see an order block, right? Preferably in the direction you want to go in, draw it out on the H4. So you see here, this is a selling H4 order block. Let's just say, can you draw this one, please, Dwayne? Right? Once you've drawn it, okay, double click so that I can nicely see how, if you've drawn it. You see, okay, so you haven't drawn it really. Remember, it's the whole opposing candle, all of it.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Right here.
It's important. It's important for those zones to be precise, right? Okay, brilliant. So can you see that here, that the market was down, and then we formed this down again. In here, you could have been looking for sells when price came back. So now draw some imbalances. Let's check some imbalances in there. Go to the lower time frames. Let's see if there were any imbalances so that we can see how you could have entered. Okay, you're just using, right. Let's look for imbalances that haven't been filled. On the H1, what do we have here, right? Can you please draw the
inside?
Yes, inside. Just draw all the imbalances you see.
Right here.
There's one. You see, okay, fine. Look, can you see this one doesn't really apply because it came, look, it dropped and then it came back and filled it here before it continued down. You see, with the imbalance, you don't want one that has been filled before. I don't know if I make sense.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. The imbalance, if it's filled one time, it's dead. We don't look at it.
It's dead. Okay. So unless, you're just trying to say to yourself, okay, it's at the end of the zone or whatever, but preferably we want the fresh ones. Can you see this is the fresh one here? Can you draw that one? Right. Now look at that now. Can you see that? Go to the M30. Yes. Let's go to the M30. We're just looking for them. We make it neater as we scale down, remember. Make it neater. Right. Last time frame is M15. We're not going to get the ones on M5. It's fine. M15 is perfect. Right.
Same one.
Okay, I think that's it. So that's it. So now, when price came back, can we please analyze what happened? Can you see here? As soon as you see this at the imbalance, you're trying to jump in and then you monitor. You want to see, okay? You want to see what's happening. Or, like I said, draw a trend line. Can you draw a trend line here? Let's see something. Try and make it as neat as possible. You just want to see that, look, things are now starting to shift in your favor. Okay, you connect all the lows. Make sure that, because with the trend line, remember, we want where price is reacting, okay? These lows as well here, these lows, connect them.
Oh, okay, got it.
Try and make it as to touch, exactly, right, cool. So now you see, you've entered one position here, right? Because you saw this fierce movement after an imbalance fill. You enter, and then now, what do? You wait and see. Look, guys, stop being rigid. Trading is a game of probabilities. I told you this. The more you're going to stop fearing, the more you're going to start winning. Because I know for a fact that maybe, especially when your experience is not up there, you'll be just scared. It's not that you don't know how to trade. It's just that when price is coming into your key points of interest, you guys freeze. You don't know, should I take it now? Should I just keep doing the same thing? You're going to make cash, guys. All right. So anyways, there's the entry, the first one, another one here. Don't panic when you see all of these, and then you'll find that the market will actually go in your favor. Can you go back to the H4 again? So basically look for an order block that you think is a key point of interest, okay? All right. Yeah, there's this one here. This one was beautiful. This one would have paid you for the whole week. You see, if I catch a trade like this, I'm done. One trade. Can you clear your chart? Please, Dwayne. I just want to show you guys the one I'm talking about. If you catch a trade like that, what are you trading for the next time? Look at this one. Can you draw an order block here? Brilliant, right? H1, let's look for an imbalance on the H1. Let's scale down and look for the imbalances. Nice, M30. Brilliant. Nice, maybe M15. Let's see, maybe there's something. You see, that's all we have.
Same one.
So now, all right, now go back to the M30. What do we want to do? We want to buy when we see a reaction from that imbalance, right? That's the first. You can put in one, because remember, you'll be scared. You might be scared. You might be not sure. Have I drawn it properly? But you see a reaction like this, I enter one, right? Okay. Shrink your chart a bit, right? Then what do? Draw. Okay, sorry about that. Cool. Then what do you want to do? Draw a trend line. Go maybe, let's see here. Can you see this? Draw a trend line there. Try fit in as much as you can see. No. So trend line, you want the most recent highs. Never jump. This is a high, lower high. Just, yeah, the most recent, exactly like that. Never draw from there or whatever. You want to make sure the data you're using is perfect. Now, can you see that as soon as price closed above this trend line, that's an entry. So your first one is here. Then you punish again here. Boom. Can you see what I'm saying? So what you're trading away from the imbalance. You see? We can backtest this thing the whole way. Okay? So this is the thing. Trading is about improvement as well, you see? Because you could have been waiting for a second leg after this move, right? First move like that. You're waiting for a second leg here, but it doesn't come. It's a market. It's a live market. It doesn't have to obey what you think. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So now let's look at maybe volatility 100 or something. I don't even trade that. I just want a fresh chart because I don't trade VIX 100. I just want to see so that we can see if this thing we're talking about is going to, be helpful for us. H4 time frame. We want a key point of interest we can really try rely on. Yo, look at the profits you have, man. Jeez.
Thanks to you, bro.
It's a pleasure. As long as you listen, you're going to make, bro. You're going to make money. It's all about listening. Trust me, and practicing.
Yep.
The strategies I teach you, I'm definitely not a scammer, bro. I'm telling you, if you listen to the stuff I teach you, bro, you make a lot. In a week, you make a lot. You just need discipline, and you need to know what you want. And sleep late looking at these things, bro. And I always tell you guys, man, I sleep at 4 a.m. almost every day. And it's because I'll be looking at these things. So what do you think happens when I see them on the chart? It's now second nature because this is what I do all day. Okay, so now let's just scroll to the right. Let's see. Right here, let's look at this order block, a random one right here. Draw an order block for me there. So you would have been waiting and you want to see how price reacts in there. Okay, and then what do? Let's get an imbalance. You see on the H4, before you even scale down, go back to that H4. If you can see an imbalance even on that chart, draw it as well. I hope I understand. On the H4, there's actually an imbalance there. So draw it. You're going to scale down here. There's an imbalance there. So put it in. Guess what? That's where price actually reacted from.
Yep.
I hope you can. Sniper.
That's amazing, bro. Like, this is crazy. This is ridiculous. Like,
you're never going to find this
like
information on YouTube.
It's like clockwork. I started back testing it and I couldn't believe, like, every single time is like clockwork. As it drop on the body, it just moves.
I have a friend of mine that if I one day I'm going to invite him just so that you see like what he does, man. It's just disgusting, bro. It's crazy. There are people who make money in this market, bro. Like, I'm even a child. There's people who trade volumes where you'd be like, what? How is this possible? But anyways, let's fix those imbalances within the key point of interest, okay? Nice. Zoom in. Let's see what's going on. Maybe you can want this one on the far end. Cool. That's all we have. Now, let's check out how price behaves when it changes. You be on the M30, it's fine. We want to see just, because remember, we don't enter on the H1 unless we're overexcited and we have a lot of margin, you know? We're not trying to do, okay? Again, so what happens here? What do? You really you get that bullish push, right? You enter. You really need to see what's going on. Don't panic. Don't panic. Relax and nicely see what is going on. Now, go to the M30. Let's try to get the trend lines in check. Because remember, you're afraid. You're still scared. You're not really, what's this called, on par with what's going on. Let's get a trend line with most recent highs. Don't cheat the system with most recent highs. That's what you want to do. Okay.
Frozen. Okay. Here we go.
Is it scrolling or something? Yeah. Okay. Zoom in. Cool. So over here, let's do this. This would have been the first trend line. Draw that. Okay. Right. And guess what? When it broke here, you entered. All right. Then you see these reversals. What I said to you, you enter, and what are you doing? You are monitoring. You're watching closely. I'm sure you've seen me when I send a setup and I say this is in profit and I'm watching closely. That's exactly what I mean. I don't mean anything else. I'll be watching it closely because anything can happen. If I get a retracement I'm not happy with, I'm out. Or this can happen, you know? So here, you entered here. Mind you, for 15 minutes, you're in a blue screen and then you start seeing this. Maybe you get out. But now look, in terms of you trading, this was a first leg, second leg, and this is all happening at your imbalance. So all these things are making you realize that, hey, you know what? This thing is going to go up. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to go up. Your thing is to just make sure, because look, what they like to do is they know that someone bought here. They know it. And then this move is to just scare you, bro. So now you can then, because this is why I teach all those entry confirmations in the key point of interest. This is also an order block, man. You see, sometimes it's hard to explain these things because they're stuck in my head. When it happens on the chart, I can see them and I utilize them. But now, if I've taught it to you, remember it. Remember all those things and try and incorporate them. With practice, it makes perfect. Look, another thing that I'm not really for is trading demo account the whole year. Don't do that stuff because you're never going to really
get the right emotions, the actual emotions that go with it.
You need to start losing money so that you gain money in this game. If you get too comfortable with the demo account, you're just going to fool yourself. The day you trade live, you're going to just lose it. What you need to do is put in money in your account, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be something you're like, oh, feel the pain of losing. That's how you're going to grow, bro. There's no pain, no gain. All of us have lost money in this game. But we know if you know what you want, you're going to get it all back plus more. So you put in money, right? You start looking for these same things, you enter. You understand? Start practicing stop loss movement, watching, monitoring closely, all those things. Before you know it, it's going to become second nature. Trust me when I tell you these things. Okay, so you see, clockwork, once again, all of this happened where? At our imbalance.
Balance, yeah.
Balance, guys. So this is making you realize that at these imbalances, things actually happen. There's people with interest, okay? Now let's go back to the H4, clear your chart. Let's look for one more. I think we'll call it a night. It's Friday. I just want you guys to then wait for price to get into the key points of interest. Look for an imbalance while you're scaled down. If you're too scared, wait for a trend line break on the M15 or M5, and then you'll be fine. If you're not scared, bullish or bearish action from the imbalance line, you're in. Okay. Okay, here, over here, right there, right there. Maybe you use this, like you, Dwayne, I see you like scalping quickly. You'd have seen this and said, I'm going to get in quick, right? Here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, well, this is 8 hours, bro. Don't play with 8 hours. That's the whole day. You can eat. You don't have to wait the whole time. Okay, right there. Cool. Now, you know that, yes, on the higher time frames, we're very bullish, but we're going to drop for a bit. That's your logic, right? So I want to catch that little drop. Let me get some imbalances on the lower time frames. Let's look for them. Look at that, guys. Clockwork. Can you please mark the imbalance on H1 there? It's too easy. Right, M30. Right, I'll make it neater. M15, M15. All right, so this one was a bit scruffy, but you see, you need to still just, let's see. Yeah, I want to see if there's some, because look, this one here got filled. Yeah, this one is a bit jumbled up. So yeah, I don't know. You know, you see now, this one is not as beautiful as you would want it to be. You see what I'm saying? But either way, maybe you say, I can't figure out the imbalance. You just put a line where you've put it right now, because you use the M30 one, right? Let's go back to the M30. M30 looks like we can use it, right? So we just use that. And then we know when price comes back there, we just want to find reasons, right? Cool. Yes, that's the M30 imbalance. Brilliant. So now price came back. You're not too sure, right? M15 trend line. Let's check a trend line quickly. Let's see what's up.
Oh, I have less than a minute.
Okay, cool, guys. So when it cuts, we'll continue another time, guys. You know, it's been a good session.
Awesome.
Quickly, Dwayne. Right. Draw the trend line quickly. I can draw it for you right here. All right. As soon as it broke, you entered. Done. Cheers, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that.
Thanks, man. That was amazing, bro.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.